Greatness, oneness. Come on in, come on in. Like, share. Because today we're going to start off with a question. And this question, do you know where this narrative came from about the blood and water that supposed to make you born again? Many may think that this narrative came from that which is Jesus. Because the story about Jesus demonstrate to us as a people that blood and water came out. And after that, that's when he died for your sins and all that. If you can recall and reflect back of the story and the narrative of Jesus, you can see that it is basically the narrative of the woman, the first woman that literally gave birth upon this earth. You know, pain. She go through birth pains. She go through and she bring forth, and blood and water comes out. This is what a woman go through. Blood and water comes out of her. This is when she about to give birth. She would lay her life down for this child. She would do that. Okay? She would literally lay her life down to do that. And upon the release of this child, of the birth of this is why you see this narrative about this blood and water. This is where this narrative came from. The first time blood and water ever came out of anyone upon this earth, it was the woman. This is the reason why you hear them talk about being born again. What they want you to do is to forget your original birth and the one that gave you birth, which is the woman. Because I know, and by now you should know, that all religion was created and are created to oppress woman, to oppress and put down woman, and also to make you forget that blackness itself is existent. If you read all religious books, you will see this is the narrative they've been pushing. But women have become the most defenders of these religions. But all these religions are there to oppress the woman. So my question to you, good day, good day, good day, good day, good day. I am doing good, and how are you doing, my sister? How are you doing? How are you doing? You know? I'm just here and I'm asking the question where this narrative came from about this blood and water. Because many people does not know that this narrative literally came from the birth of the woman when the blood and water came out, and that's when what this narrative is all about. It's all about to teach their children. I tell all my friends, teach your children about the day that you gave birth to them. Teach them the pain, the suffering, the anguish, how you scream, how what you've been through that day. Because when you as a person can literally